I guess you could call this Outrage Week, and we're topping out this Friday with what I think is one of the most outrageous stories that we brought to you in connection with these scandals. Let me get right at it. You may not have heard this yet. The same person who ran the tax-exempt office that abused conservatives politically, that same person, wait for it, is now running the IRS Obamacare office. In other words, the person whose office abused the taxpayer, the conservative taxpayer, is now running the IRS Obamacare office. Let me remind you, under Obamacare, it is the IRS which polices this form of socialized medicine. It is the IRS which will collect personal information on your health care. That same person who abused people politically is now running the IRS operation with Obamacare. In other words, this person has access to your most personal healthcare information. Okay? The most personal information that anybody's got, the most intimate information, this person is now in charge of the office that collects it. We are meant to trust this person, this organization, with the most personal of all information. We're meant to trust that. It's part of Obamacare. What an outrage. How can we possibly trust this organization, which has been suborned by the Obama campaign? How can we trust them in this instance? Look, I'll express the opinion. We must defund this IRS operation as it concerns Obamacare. We must do that. Senator Dean Heller has introduced legislation to do precisely that. It will probably not pass in the Senate, but when this kind of news gets out, this further abuse of our trust, when it gets out, I suspect that the IRS operation for Obamacare will be defunded. And if that happens, that drives a stake right into the heart of Obamacare. It cannot survive. It needs the IRS to be its policing agent. It needs that information collected from you. It needs it. Without it, Obamacare is nothing. Let's hope that Senator Dean Heller's legislation eventually makes it. Let's defang the IRS and therefore defang Obamacare. Wouldn't that be good? Before I close, a special shout out to Jake Hellstrom. I like your comments, sir. Much appreciated. See you in 3 hours.